morning, happy Sunday. I am back. I'm very excited. I'm very happy to have this space here on the internet to just share my thoughts with other like-minded people and to share my journey and my process of what's going on in my mind, especially with picking up and changing my life essentially. And I think right now I definitely want to talk about the reason why I chose to just travel with my backpack. I just wanted to do, even though I'm going to be staying at, the different countries each for a little bit longer, I really wanted, to really challenge myself to understand the essentials that I need to actually live on a day to day. I really wanted to challenge myself to appreciate the little things that I do have, because I think there's a part of me that can get so used to and get so into the flow of, oh, I need so much things to survive. I need 100 shirts or 100 pants just to go on. I always need to look in a certain way, and I'm trying to break down what I think I need and go back to the bare basics of what I need, on a day to day when I'm living. And I think having a backpack really pushes me outside my own comfort zone, to be honest. Because I've had a lot of people say to me, oh, why don't you just bring a little suitcase so you can pack a little bit more stuff? And when you think about it, it's do I really need so many different options? Or am I able to survive with just one dress and maybe one skirt or maybe 3 shorts or something like this, How can I truly survive? Because I think we get into this mindset of consume, consume, consume. Oh, I need this, 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 and this. And we have too much stuff, I think. I think especially in the Western world, we're really focused on buying and accumulating too much. And I think that is a big thing that I want to challenge myself and push myself, and I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing when it comes to living out of a backpack for a little bit, having all the things that I need on my back. That is it, I think that's really going to push me, like I mentioned, because I think if we all just look in our homes, look in our rooms, we can see so many things that we don't need. I think we convince ourselves that I need this, I need that, when in truth it's no, you don't. And I like to always come back. I really love, practicing yoga, because I think yogic, philosophy just reigns true for everything, to be honest, for most things. And I like to tell myself when I get into this mindset of, I need to buy this new thing. Oh, I need to save this for a rainy day. And a rainy day never comes. And it's why am I keeping this stress that I haven't worn for 2 years, right? Learning to let go. And that's what living out of a backpack is going to teach me, learning to let go. So I like to tell myself, it's all that really matters in this lifetime, what really matters, living is what matters. And how do I live? Through my breath. Through my breath is how I live. I don't live through working at a job. I don't live through buying all these things, all these material things, because that's all they are, material things. Material things come and go, but yet we put so much emphasis on keeping them and storing them. It's why? Why are we putting such an emphasis on these things? And I think that's what all of our media really pushes out onto us. And I want to learn how to live simply. How do I have less waste in my everyday? How do I you know, with the products I use for my face and my body, do I really need a 50-step, skincare to have healthy, beautiful skin? You know, how can I minimize and just not, I think, essentially not to be so overwhelmed with material things. Because, like I said, material possessions come and go. You know, just like money, it comes and it goes, it ebbs and it flows. You don't have to put so much attachment. I think that's what holds me down personally. Is I think, and I'm learning, I'm getting better at it. Is I like to hold on to things because I feel like if I let it go, then what do I have? I'm putting my worth in physical things, putting my worth into um, keeping up with trends, or putting my worth into having like a very in-depth routine when it comes to like having 50 products, like I said, for your skincare. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's, what is your attachment to that? If today you only had a choice to bring only your three things, are you going to be having a meltdown of like what you can bring? And I think if you're gonna have a meltdown of like what you can bring, especially if it's not, you don't need it medically, I think that's a part where you need to sit down with yourself and really analyze like, wow, like, why am I so attached to physical possessions? As if when I leave this earth, they're gonna come with me. And that is the overarching thing of what I'm trying and will accomplish with living out of my backpack. What are the essentials? You know? How can I make many outfits with having the simplest of things? And I think it's making me also care more for quality, like getting quality products that are going to last me a while, gonna last me a few washes, not just like one wash and it's like peeling and falling apart. Now that's another thing. I think in our society we just consume, 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 not taking into account quality. Like I rather buy something that's really good in quality and have it for a few years and have that, piece of clothing or something I can mix and match so many different outfits. And I think that's the mindset that I'm taking right now on this journey that I'm going on, learning to minimalize my life. How can I simplify my life? And I feel like it's very helpful because after like I lived in the shelter for a few years, and in that system I was only able to bring like 2 bags with me when I was like leaving my home and coming into the shelter, just because like space and all these things, right? And so I wasn't able to bring too much with me. And I think from there, that's when I started, spending a lot more money, because I was like, I don't have things. I need physical things to make me feel at home. I need physical things to make me feel safe. And I got into that mindset of buying, 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 and being too connected with like material things, because I had to give up so much. And I was trying to accommodate, I guess it could be, for what I was lacking. And I think there was so much emotional things going on that it was easier to buy a whole bunch of things and justify telling myself, I deserve this because I've been through so much, and I deserve this because I don't have a lot of things anymore. So I accumulated a lot of stuff, and even now, I moved in with somebody and I let go again of so much of the things, but it's in a different mindset now when I compare it to when I was, leaving my home and going to a shelter. When I had to give away some of those things, I was heartbroken. I was like sad. But now when I think about getting rid of the things when I was moving, it was felt like more of energy coming off my shoulders. Like I'm not pouring so much energy into the lack, the imaginary lack of not having physical things. And that felt really good. I felt more in a neutral state to be like, I'm giving this I'm donating this or I'm giving this to a friend out of pure love because somebody else is going to get more use of it. Because things will come and go. But what stays the same is like my breath. And having this breath, this life force. So I didn't have a big, huge attachment in letting go a lot of my possessions. And that was a healing of a chapter for me. Being like, I don't need all of this. I can survive, and not beating myself up about it. And that is why I'm choosing, like, on this journey to minimalize a lot of my life, be simple, and enjoy more of the moment. Because I think, for me personally, especially, caring too much about physical and material things held me back, and being so consumed into, consumerism, you know. But this trip is symbolic of so much shedding and so much, elevating myself in ways that I have to get out of the country I live in to experience and to dig deeper. And I hope on this Sunday, or whatever day you're watching this video, that you can challenge yourself by letting go of material things that, had its time and it's ready to let go of. That dress you keep saying you're gonna wear and it's been 10 years in your closet, it's time to let go of that and donate it or give it to somebody who's gonna love it more than you can love it and get good use out of it. So that's my challenge for you on this beautiful Sunday morning. I'm drinking my yummy tea. What can you let go of? What material thing can you let go of this week? Okay? Happy Sunday.